Okay. Hello everybody, this is Evan Rogers. I am coming at you with a Skyrim number 12 video. And what we're going to do today is go through the video piece by piece in a few chunks here and there. And we're going to analyze how to use e-adjectives in sentences. For some of you this will be a basic lesson, for some of you this will be a review, for some of you this will be new information, for some of you this will be the most exciting thing in your life and you'll wonder how you ever lived without me. Probably it's more the former, but you know, we'll see what happens. Okay, things to look out for in this video. We have the different colors which tell us which parts of speech. Go ahead and pause your video and look at this right now. I'm not going to go over it. Important grammar points. We're doing e-adjectives. E-adjectives can be used directly in front of a noun to modify them. Excuse me, I just burped. And I had to clear my nasal passages. That's sexy, I know. You love it. But also, e-adjectives can be used as a complement. If you don't know what a complement is, that's up here. When you say X is Y, the Y is the complement and the X is the subject. So, e-adjectives can be used as a complement. As a complement, we end it with a des if we're being polite, but we don't use da or de aru, etc., and all the other different deses out there when we're being casual. We're going to see that a lot today. Most of the people inside Skyrim are not very polite. They're actually very jerk-tastical beings who hate us all. Alright, and the negative non-past form of the e-adjectives is kunai, which is still an e-adjective. Then we have just the past tense is kata, and then the negative past tense is kunakata. And I meant to write this down earlier, but also negative plain form verbs are almost always adjectives. That's going to come up a lot as well. Adjectives. For example, if we take taberu and we turn taberu into a negative form, we get tabenai. Notice what that last thing is right there. E. Yeah, we got an E right there. It's an E adjective. Okay, I'll stop doing that. And let's go ahead and get on with our video. E-adjectives. That's a word, right, guys? Yes, it is. Alright, the first sentence is at 3:28. Let's go on zoom into our video to 3:28. We'll give you a little bit of a funky introduction. The adventurous Yuki is eavesdropping on these two people talking about the guy who lives in here who's trying to summon the Dark Brotherhood. Ah, Grivan! Iyo, that's right there. Iyo. じゃあ、いつ遊びに呼び出すよ。すぐそこに住んでるんだ。ドアをノックして。So he wants to play over there, and he's testing whoever this lady is to see if he can play with the kid. Oh, that's nice, is what he's saying right there. That's nice. Iyo. Notice there's no des at the end of it. He's not being polite. There's no da either because he's being casual. He just says iyo. There's no subject, there's no adjective, there's nothing. That's just a complement. It is the complement of the sentence, and in Japanese we regularly ignore the subject if we already know what we're talking about. Oh yeah, nasal clearage. Sorry guys. So the subject is sort of like that. That is okay. In Japanese they kind of ignore that thing a lot. So iyo is sort of, that's alright. So that's what we have right there. Just, oh, this graph has nothing to do with anything that's on the screen. I'm just going to ignore all this. Ignoring everything, because that's what we do, yeah. Alright, so, iyo is just sort of like, that's fine. So, nice, good, fine. Yo, he's asserting a fact. That's nice, that's fine, that's whatever. And that's what he's saying right there. Let's go on to 351. We'll give you a little bit of background. It's the same people talking. Let's see, what was the sentence? Oh, kotowari nante shinai wa yo. This is... We'll zoom in, because that's what we like to do. Yeah, there we go. Zoom in. Kotowari nante shinai wa yo. So, kotowaru is to object, to deny, to dismiss. So, kotowari. Ending kotowaru in the tari form. Notice it's the te form, but we changed it to tari. Basically, we put it in the plain past tense and add ri. It means do things like. And when you have a tari verb, you usually have a suru after it, and this is the real verb. kotori nante. This nante is like, it basically just means and things of the sort. Kotori nante shinai. I won't do things of the sort, amongst other things, objecting. I won't, basically she's saying I won't deny it. I won't object. I won't things like this. This wa is a feminine wa, which sort of softens what she's saying, but also at the same time is kind of like, oh, you found me out, or something like that. And the yo is an assertive particle. It's kind of strange to see both of those in the same time, but it happens! Kotori nante shinai wa yo. And let's go ahead and hear, I won't deny it, or anything like that. The tari form gives us the, or anything like that, along with the nante. Nante shitari. These two guys right there focus on, or give us this, or anything like that feeling. Shinai is the I won't do, and kotowaru is the deny aspect. She doesn't mention the subject because it's understood to be her, and this wayo is just sort of saying I assert what I just said. Alright, let's get funky fresh and hear her say it again. We'll start off from 345. Oh, maybe we didn't go back far enough. Oh, no, this is it. Ah, yappari so datta na. So, yo, I guess I was right, wasn't I? Here it comes. Kotori nante shinai wa yo. Boya. This boya is just child. I won't deny it anymore, child. One more time for your ear holes. Get ready to practice some listening. Kotori nante shinai wa yo ne, bo-chan. Did you hear it? I hope you did. If you didn't, then it sucks to be you. Go ahead and actually, instead of sucking to be you, go ahead and rewind it and listen for it on your own. Let's get rid of this guy. Properties, get rid of the taskbar. Yeah! Alright, cool. Now it goes away, hopefully, eventually. Yes, there it goes. And we'll zoom down to the next page. We got 439. Demo. Hunanori ya nomi ni wa naritaku nai. Technically, I treated this like a verb, but technically, remember what I said, e-adjectives, or sorry, negative verbs are actually e-adjectives. But they operate like verbs, but they operate like e-adjectives, but they operate like verbs, but they operate like e-adjectives. Japanese adjectives, e-adjectives, are very similar to verbs. Isn't that right, the other person watching my stream? Yes, it is, he says. Alright, let's go ahead and go through this. Funanori is a sailor. Nomin is a farmer. Narimas is to become. This is naritai. Well, it's naritai, which is I want to become, or I want to be. Kunai makes that tai into a negative. It's just naritai is an e-adjective verb style, a verb style of an e-adjective. Narita kunai negates it. Thus, it's I don't want to become. I don't want to be a sailor or a farmer. This demo says but the ni tells us to what he wants to become or does not want to become, and the ya here tells us and things like I don't want to be something like a farmer or a sailor. Then he talks about how he wants to be a warrior or something. So I have two alternate ways of translating this. You can take the verb way of thinking about it, but I don't want to become a sailor. Or you can take the it's an adjective idea, which is the most literal one. There's technically is a des there that's not being mentioned. The actual best translation is, but I am, the subject is I, it's not mentioned, but I am not wanting to become. Treat this whole thing like that weird not wanting to become. Not wanting to become. I am not wanting to become. One more time. Nai, kunai is not. The ta is want, and then nari is want to become. So I am not wanting to become. And then because it's an adjective, there should be a des here, which is am. I am not wanting to become a sailor or something like a sailor or a farmer. Yeah. So let's go through that one more time. Demo, but subject I, not mentioned. Funanori, sailor, farmer. Sailor, farmer. Ni tells us what to become. Naritakunai is what he does not want to become. Your actual best translation is, I don't want to become, the most natural translation is, I don't want to become something like a farmer or a sailor. The most literal translation is, but I am not wanting to become a sailor or a farmer, which is very odd. Let's see if we can hear this. This is at 439. Get your ear holes ready. 439. Get your ear holes ready. Here we go. We'll go from 430. I'm talking to Punk Kid who talks about how he wants to punch things. Oh no, that's a different kid. Never mind.
大きくなったら船乗りになるんだぞって言われたことがあった。
So right here he just says that when I become big, I'm told frequently that I'm going to become a sailor.
それが家族の名前の由来だからね。
So that's see his last name is Shi. That's why it says Kazoku no Namai. My family name is like that.
でも船乗りや農民にはなりたくない。
Boom! There it was. Did you hear him say it? Yeah, you did, because you know how to listen to Japanese. One more time.
あった。それが家族の名前の由来だからね。
Here it comes. Are you ready? He says, Demo funenori ya. Demo funenori ya nomi ni naritakunai. Demo funenori ya nomi ni wa naritakunai. Here it comes.
でも船乗りや農民にはなりたくない。農民にはなりたくない。僕は名前の由来だからね。でも船乗りや農民にはなりたくない。でも船乗りや農民にはなりたくない。
Boom! I hope that was helpful for you. Enjoy it and pause, repeat for yourself. Let's go on to the next one. We got 5. Oh, what I want to point out here is, once again, we have a complement style of the e-adjective. So far, we've only done complements. This is once again a complement verby style of an e-adjective. Technically, this one is an e-adjective or a complement as well. It's difficult translating Japanese because their e-adjectives and their verbs can interchange as verbs and e-adjectives in certain situations. All right, the next one, 506. いつまでやればいいんですか? Okay, so the real verb is des, which is odd because the actual meat and potatoes of the sentence is all this. So des is, so is, and this n is technically a noun, and e is modifying the noun. In desu ka is, this n desu ka, well, the n des is what's known as the extended predicate. You can go to my website and look up about the extended predicate. If we go to individual grammar lessons, check out the particles, hit up that no. There'll be a video about it. The extended predicate right there. And this generally translates to it's that. It's that. In e is it's good. Yareba is if I do. Itsumare. Until when, if I do, it will be good. Is it that? This cog makes it into a question. Is it that until when, if I do, it'll be good? Which is literally, if I do this for until when, is it that it will be good? What? Let's just go ahead and chill with this. So this yareba gives us the if idea. This is the eba form of a verb. It gives us if. There's no subject listed, so it's most likely the person talking. The verb is yaru, which is to do. To yaru. So if I do this, this is obviously not mentioned because he doesn't say what he's doing. He says itsumare yareba. There's no actual object of what he's doing. He's not doing an action. He doesn't say he's doing an action. Itsumare is for until when. For until when will I do this? It'll be good. Is it that? Is it that? Is it that it'll be good? Is it that it'll be nice? Is that it'll be okay? Oops, I just screwed that up again. Very tricky to figure out, but basically saying, how long do I have to do this? And then this desu ka is like, how long do I have to do this? God, how long is it that I have to do this? How long is it that I have to do this? So this kind of translates literally to until when, but it's more accurate as how long. With this eba form here, itsumare nanika eba, itsumare yareba kind of translates how long do I have to do this? If I do this for how long, when is it okay? It'll be okay? So if I do this for how long, it'll be okay? If I do this for how long, is it going to be okay? How long do I have to do this? It's a really weird way of saying the sentence, how long do I have to do this? If I do this for how long, if I do this for a long time, will it be okay? Is what he's saying right there. How long do I have to do this? All right, so 506. Let's hit up this. It's the kid that's summoning me to murder people for the quest. Oh, let's get the dramatic entrance. I was so happy about this dramatic entrance. So here we're loading into here. Oh, there it is. Itsumare yareba in desu ka? Did you hear that? He just said it. I wasn't even thinking about it, and he just goes Itsumare yareba in desu ka? Alright, let's get it right there. Oops. Alright, hope you heard it. I'm just gonna watch this because I like the way that this worked out right here. Yoru haha must mean like the night mother. Inoru right here. Inotteru is to pray. Well, to be praying. He just said it again. Apparently he's on a repeat, so that they must have just given that character a few sentences to say. Alright, here comes the awesome intro where I walk in. Alright, there we go. The epic adventure to help this kid kill the evil Riften orphanage leader, or head of the orphanage. Alright. Here, the same kid's talking about the orphanage. I always want to call it an orphanarium because I watch too much Futurama. He's talking about the head of the orphanage, the incho wa akunin, which is a wicked person. Akunin de hidoi onada. So hidoi, now we're finally using an e-adjective as not a complement, but it's directly modifying a noun. Notice hidoi ona, this is together. Hidoi ona. We have an e-adjective right here and it goes right into a noun. Hidoi ona. Not only that, but akunin is kind of an adjective. It's kind of like a... I'm not sure if it's actually a not adjective because I didn't bother checking. It's either a not adjective or a noun, but not adjectives and nouns operate very similarly. If it is a not adjective, we use the de particle to connect adjectives together. So, not adjectives and e adjectives together. So akunin de hidoi ona akunin de and hidoi might all be modifying ona. Technically, de is the te form of des, so we can translate this as a verb. So the incho, regarding the incho, she is a wicked person and she is a woman who is evil. Excuse me for that burp. Oh my gosh, I have 3 viewers. Hey everybody, if you have questions in the middle of me blabbing on, feel free to type. Please, that's why I'm doing this on Skype. Or on, what's this, Twitch. Oh, Skype-a-rooney. Okay, so the incho is the person we're talking about. That's why we know that because we have a wa there. Akunin wicked de. That's the te form of des, which is she is wicked. And she is a woman who is evil, an evil woman. So hidoi ona, we directly modify a noun with an e-adjective. Incho, the head of the institute, here in this situation it's talking about the orphanage. Akunin, wicked. Onna is a woman. So if you ever... hey everybody who's watching, this is important kanji to learn right here. For whatever reason... Oh, no, I'm thinking about the push and pull. No, I knew these ones, but if you go to Japan and you have to find the bathroom, you better know at least that this kanji means female. Either you need to know that because you're a woman, or you need to know that because you're a dude and you don't want to get, arrested for being a pervert. Alright, so I already translated this. The head of the orphanage, I have head of institute, but the institute is an orphanage. So the head of the orphanage is a wicked person and is a terrible lady. So we already translated that. 6:45. Let's go ahead and listen in on this. 6:45. A doopa doopa 6:45. A doopa doopa 6. We'll give it a little bit of a lead up. So this is Aventasso Argentino. He sounds like he's Italian. Here it comes. Oh, he just started saying it. Incho wa akunin de hidoi ona nanda. I just skipped over it. Sorry, here we go. Okay, so I must have miscopied it. He ends it with nanda instead of just da. Nanda. This is once again the extended predicate. For the extended predicate is actually the n, da. Oh my goodness. It's actually the n followed by the da. And the na is here because it's a noun. And we put the noun na followed by the n, da. Once again, check out my video on the extended predicate and you can learn all about it. It's under the no particle under the individual grammar lessons. Oh, hey. Hey, man, I have a question. What do you think... Oh, this is from Omi_. Hey, man, I have a question. What do you think about someone spending time working on their accent, so to speak? Like to make yourself sound more like a natural speaker. I actually have a fantastic system for working on your way of speaking. There's a textbook called Japanese, the Spoken Language. I hope I don't have anything. Amazon.com. Let's see. Amazon, Japanese, the Spoken Language. This is one of the best textbooks you can get to work out of. I use this in college. I hope none of my personal information is showing through. Anyway, this is one of the best textbooks you can go through to work on your accent. It is written, but if you have somebody to work through with you, this will help you on your accent a lot because it literally writes down where to raise your voice, where to do all your weird stuff, blah, 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 blah. It really helps you out with your accents. If you don't have somebody to work through this book with you, I would love to start teaching people for a small fee online. I would love to start teaching widespread through the internet. So please feel free to ask me, or if you're really interested, hit me up and start, asking about that, because I would love to start teaching people over Skype. And I do know how. I don't have a perfect accent, but my accent is very good for a foreigner. I've been told by numerous people who have no reason to tell me otherwise. That answers your question. Let's continue on with the lesson. Once again, please ask questions. People can't see the questions because these videos are specifically for YouTube, and I'm probably going to edit out the questions later. But for right now, you have a chance to ask me questions. Alright, let's move on to the next ones. 9:22 ba-doo-doo. I play too much League of Legends. Do. Alright, 9:22. Alright, here's the sentence. 今か? なかなかしつこいやつだ. Once again, we have an e-adjective しつこい, directly modifying やつ, a noun, followed by da. There is no subject here, so I didn't bother apparently coloring these properly. He should be a subject, so we color him that color. A rather is nakanaka. Nakanaka! It sounds like a goofy word. This is your e-adjective right here. I'll underline it. And then fellow. A rather persistent fellow is all of your complement right there. Ding! Now would be the adverb. Believe it or not, time words are adverbs. So now he's a rather persistent fellow, isn't he? And I'll underline shitsukoi to make sure that we understand what we're talking about. Alright, so yatsu is a guy or a person. You kind of use it like guy or fellow or something like that. Ima is now. Alright, so ima ka nakanaka shitsukoi yatsu da. Now, he is a rather persistent fellow. Shitsukoi means persistent. Nakanaka means rather. So a rather persistent fellow. This is sort of an emphasis. Da is. Sorry, that should be the color green. Color green. A-dooba-dabba-dee-ba-dabba color green. Alright, I think I already translated that, so let's go ahead and listen for it. Ima ka nakanaka shitsukoi yatsu da na. Or something like that. Get ready for it. Here it comes. Ima ka nakanaka shitsukoi yatsu da. That was a perfect time. One more time. Oop. One more time. Can you hear it? I talked over it. Imaka nakanaka shitsukoi yatsu da. Soko wa mitomeru yo. Imaka nakanaka shitsukoi yatsu da. Soko wa mitomeru yo. Alright, hopefully you heard it. And Omi says, thanks a lot for the book recommendation. I will probably download it. Yeah, good luck downloading it. It's an old book. The textbook is written back in the 80s. They talk about typewriters and word processors like their new technology. Before you download it, so don't go running off and buying it right now. The Romaji in it is a little weird because it's written for the speaking system. And so there might be a little bit. You might be a little bit turned off by the Romaji, but I'm always here. You can ask questions for, and you can get over it. Once again, I'd love to start teaching people online. If you're interested in having lessons online, let me know. We could even do them on Twitch. It'd probably be pretty fun. Okay, let's keep going. 9:22. Ima ka nakanaka shitsukoi yatsu da. Mitomeru yo. Once again, anybody has any questions, hit me up. Please keep on talking, baby. Alright, 1751. Omae ga tarashikatta you da, garumaru. So, omae means you. It's pretty blunt. You want to use this with your buddies, your chums, or if you're threatening somebody and you're trying to tell them that they're below you. This is for somebody who's below you, or you're just being chummy with somebody. Tadashi means correct, right, or even justified. Oh my god, tarashikatta. This yo is a noun. So once again, we have a complement. This is actually, this is the past tense of tarashi. See how the e turned into a kata? And it's directly modifying the noun yo, which is in a manner of. Once again, yo means in a manner of. Those three words, or four words, in a manner of, are what yo means. So tarashikatta yo means it appears like in a manner of you were correct. So it appears like you were correct. Da, because yo is a noun, we're giving it the des. You are appearing correctly, or corrected. You are appearing justified. It seems that you were right, Galmar. So even though da, once again, is not in past tense, this whole sentence is past tense in English because tarashikatta. Remember, tarashi des, tarashikatta des. We don't modify the des after an e-adjective. We modify the e-adjective to be past tense. Once again, let me say that one more time. We don't negate da. We don't turn des negative. We don't turn des into past tense when we have a past tense sentence. We modify the adjective, the e-adjective, to be that way. Once again, e-adjectives operate very similarly to verbs. Omae ga, you're the subject. Omae is you. Tarashikatta, you were right. And then we use des because it's a noun. It is that you, it appears that you were correct. Galmar is apparently his name. That's the dude with the X. Omae ga tarashikatta yoda, garumaru. It seems that you were right, Galmar. More literally, yo is a noun being modified by tarashikatta, which is, it is appearing that you were right, Galmar. It is not mentioned, so that's the actual real hardcore subject. Ding. It is appearing. It is, sorry, this is should get the dark green, just like we have up there. Ding. It is appearing. It is appearing that you were correct. Follow my mouse one more time. It isn't in there, so it is appearing that you were correct. Then the name at the end is just Galmar. That's literally how the sentence is set up. However, more for your flavors, it seems that you were right, Galmar. Once again, tarashikatta is a past tense e-adjective. No questions. All right, we'll move on to the next. Oh, actually, we have to we have to listen to this one. 1751. Get ready for the herein. 1751. Hadooba dooba 1751. Hadooba dooba 1751. There it was. Did you hear it? Here it comes. There it was. I hope you were able to hear it. Tarashikatta is once again an past tense e-adjective. Let's move on to the next slide. Oh, here's a long one. They're talking about invading Whiterun. 2239. Whiterun no kabe wa takai ga teikoku no gun no you ni furukute moroi. Okay. Evan, isn't the ga particle used before subjects? Why, yes it is. So does that mean that takai is a noun and is the subject of the sentence? No, it doesn't mean that, because ga also is but. Takai ga. But, it's tall, but... Oh, sorry, I just got ahead of myself. Let's go over the kanji. Whiterun no kabe, walls. Wa takai, tall or high. Teikoku, empire / imperial. Gun, army, armed forces. No yoni, furukute, furui, old. Moroi, delicate. So, Whiterun no kabe, the walls of Whiterun, is what we're talking about. The wall particle tells us what we're talking about. So the walls of Whiterun is what we're talking about. They are tall. There should be a des here, but because he's talking casual style, he ignores it. He's like, I'm casual. I don't need des right there, sucker. So he just goes directly into the ga. But The walls of Whiterun are I can't speak today. The walls of Whiterun are tall, but Teikoku no gun no yoni. So Teikoku no gun, the armies of the empire, no yoni. This no yoni, we have a noun here. Noun plus no yoni means in a similar fashion to. Remember how we had yo over here? In a fashion of, in a manner of, just like that. It appears like. Similarly to. Similarly to the empire's army, Furukute is old and Moroi is delicate. Evan, why does this e-adjective, why is furui changed to kute? I don't get it. Yeah, great question. Furukute is what we use, the te form of an e-adjective. I don't think I've made a video on this because I'm a bozo. We do have te forms of e-adjectives, which further lends itself to the argument that e-adjectives operate very similarly to verbs. I'll stop saying that, I promise. Furukute, we use this kute form when we combine two e-adjectives, or when we combine more than one adjective to modify the same noun. Teikoku no yoni, furukute and moroi. What is furui and moroi describing? It's actually describing the imperial army and the walls of Whiterun. Because remember it says, in a fashion similarly to Teikoku no gun, what we're talking about is Whiterun's walls. Whiterun walls, there's no deaths here. There could be a death here. Whoa, what am I doing? Destroy. Alright, that's weird. Am I in Japanese? Okay, no I'm not. Deaths. There could be a death here, but he's talking casually, so we don't have it. So, furukute moroi desu. Oh, am I talking too loud? Sorry. GamerX1993. So, let me know if what I'm doing wrong. Just let me know. Alright. So, got off topic. The walls of Whiterun are... Now, once again, there's no R here, but there could totally be an R here. This would be where the R is if it were here. R, that would be this R right here, but I'm going to ignore it. He's talking casually, so he doesn't need it. Are tall, but... just like the army of the Imperials, just like the Imperial Army, once again we don't have the subject because it's over here. This subject follows all the way over to this clause as well. The walls of Whiterun, they are, once again the R would be here at the end, but we don't need to put it in there because he's talking casually, are old and fragile. Old, and then this kute sort of does the and fragile. Okay? But the Imperial Army similarly, the Imperial Army similarly are old and fragile. Hope that helps. Let's go ahead and listen to this. Really quickly, I want to talk back to what Omi said before I go in here. Yes, working on your pronunciation is very, very, very important. That's one reason why I'm doing Skyrim Online. It's a huge database of natural speakers that you can go in and mimic, read, understand the grammar because I'm explaining it to you at least slowly, and copy. Plus, it's fun, goofy sentences. Oh, okay. I'll raise the volume on the YouTube there, GamerX. If I can, maybe. Let's see if I can. If it's too quiet for everybody else, let me know. Whoop. Okay, I cranked it up as high as I can. What sentence was that? Once again, I'm doing this so that you guys can hear native Japanese, and then you can actually, pause and repeat and practice saying it. It's fantastic practice. Oops, this desk doesn't actually exist. So, translate, I'll explain it right there. You can practice saying it and reading it, because I have it written right there, and then go over here, hear it, and repeat it, and practice your pronunciation. Yes, please do that if you want to be a good speaker. 2239. Plus, Yuki in the game is really a cutie pie, so she's fun to look at. Oh, this is the battle speech when they're about to invade Whiterun. Here it is. For the purpose of the real Skyrim's real true-blooded Nords. That was a sentence. Here it is, one more time. Did you hear it? One more time for everybody. Here we go. Gallimar is getting us all charged up for this battle, and he's like, the walls of Skyrim might be tall, but just like the Imperial Army, they're old and, delicate. Here we are. Last time we're going to listen to this one. Here it is. Yeah, I'm charged up to go invade a state or whatever that place is. Alright, we lost a viewer. I'm sad. Here we go. 22.3320. We have a negative plain form verb that is being used to directly modify a noun he. Once again, everybody, can you repeat after me? You know it's coming. Negative plain form verbs operate just like e-adjectives. In fact, they actually are e-adjectives, yeah. Okay, so negative plain form verbs are e-adjectives. Verbs and adjectives, one more time, everybody say it with me now. Verbs and adjectives operate really similarly in Japanese. Wasurenai hi ni naru na. This not the end is sort of saying, isn't it? Or don't you agree? Or you're sort of saying to yourself, yeah. Excuse me, I burped. Okay, naru is to become something. Ni naru, what are they becoming? It's becoming a he. A he is a day. What kind of a day is it becoming? A wasurenai day. A day, wasureru is to forget. Wasurenai is a day of not forgetting. So, is to not forget. A day that the subject won't forget. A day that the subject won't forget, it is becoming. Something is becoming. Probably he's talking about today. Today is becoming. Today will become a day that we won't forget. This will become a day that no one will forget. Yeah, great. This will become a no-forget day. This is a much more literal translation. This will become a no-forget day. Wasurenai hi. You can treat wasurenai like a verb, which is more like what we're doing up here, or you can treat it more like an e-adjective, which is what we have going on down here. I hope that makes sense to you. If it doesn't, it's just that's Japanese. This is what's so crazy about when your friends ask you, dude, why'd you pick Japanese to learn? Like, Spanish is so much easier. You can literally say to them, I can say things that you can't say, literally. I can make a verb into an... Just tell them that. Dude, the other day, I turned a verb into an adjective, and grammatically it was acceptable. Oh man, that girl is so eat. You can't do that in English. Oh man, that girl is drink. You can't do that in English. You can do this in Japanese. You're training your brain to think completely differently about how to express the most basic of ideas. It's very intriguing and it's very worthwhile in my opinion. Wasurenai hi ni naru na. This is a day that no one will forget. This will become a no-forget day. Let's listen to this. 3320. This is after we kill Balgruf the Greater and pimping it in Whiterun, and he's mad at me. Here's the epic battle. Oh no, never mind. Never mind. This isn't the battle. Alright, it's around here. Let's listen for 3313. Here it comes. When I get up to that guy, he's going to say it. I did not copy that properly. This is Wasude Rarenai. Wasude Rarenai. So Wasude Rareru is able to forget. This Rare changes Wasureru, which is to forget, into a day that no one will be able to forget. This will become a not able to forget day. Sorry, Wasude Rareru. This Rareru, I think I have a video on this. Do I have verb conjugations? Do I have potential? If I don't, I've been meaning to. Plain form conjugation. Oh yeah, you've got potential. Verb number 8. I explained this all in verb number 8 video on in the Japanese individual grammar lessons. Check out verb conjugations, and boom, number 8 is verb potentials. So check out that to learn more about this. Wasurerarenai hi ni naru na. One more time from this dude who thinks he's a cool badass. Here it comes. Listen. Wasurerarenai hi ni naru na. Wasurerarenai hi ni naru na. Wasurerarenai hi ni naru na. Oh, this is going to become a day that nobody will be able to forget. ウィンドヘルムに向かい Really quickly, you see this mukai? It ends in an E sound. That must be an E adjective, right? It ends in an E. Negatory. This is actually a noun. This is the stem of a verb. So be careful. Just because something ends in an E doesn't make it an E adjective. I just want to point that out real quick. Oh, and that's the last slide of the day. Sorry, everybody. Oh, hey, look, we got, as a Mexican, I get that sometimes, but I think it's fun learning Japanese. Oh, yeah. I think the grammar in Spanish is very similar to that in English. I don't know if that's true or not. Anyway, 1, I got to get going. B, which isn't actually what follows 1, I hope you learned something, and I hope you had a great time. It looks like these videos where I explain grammar are much more popular than me actually playing the game. That's unfortunate because I like playing the game. But hey, what are you going to do? I need to play the game to get materials for you guys to learn from. I hope you guys had a great day. Hope you guys learned something. Please tell all your friends about my Twitch site, my website, and my YouTube videos. Subscribe, link, share, blah, 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 blah. And if you could be so generous, I'd appreciate a donation. If you want a teacher, please, you can hook me up, ask me anytime on the YouTube channel. I'd be more than happy to teach people on Skype. It'd be great to be able to make a living online. Have yourself a holly jolly day. I'll be online on Twitch for a little bit to answer a few questions.